When driving down the road, very seldom do you not see someone on their phone, whether it be with a phone call or texting. In our society, with ever-evolving technology, it comes new concerns. The driver no longer has to worry just about the drunk driver or the inexperienced driver, but also the texting driver. I feel so strongly towards this topic because a few years ago, my middle school teacher, Miss Leanne Ward, was killed in a texting and driving accident. She was going on the road, the guy was texting and driving, got distracted. He was going way over the speed limit and was going so fast that he knocked her up in a tree and she was killed instantly. And I believe that without some type of legislation forbidding this distraction of texting and driving, the problem's only going to get worse and the number of deaths is just going to keep increasing. It should be illegal because it poses many dangers, because it also increases response time and it takes the driver's attention off the road and it causes many widespread accidents, deaths, and even injuries. In several recent studies, the findings have shown that texting while driving is one of the most dangerous distractions for the driver. This is over playing music, just everything else. Research by the Business Insider shows that texting slows driver reaction times more than being drunk. Almost half of all adults have admitted to texting while driving. I'm not going to lie, I've texted and drove as well. Male drivers were found to be more likely to text and drive because they felt that they were better at it than females. The risk of getting in a wreck is up to 23 times more than the normal accident rate. In 2012, 421,000 people were in a car accident that were either injured and it was related to texting and driving. That same year, 3,300 people were killed, and this is statistics according to the U.S. government. Experts say that texting while driving takes the driver's eye off the road for 5 seconds and the results can be deadly. So we're going down the road, you get a text message. You take her off the road for a good 5 seconds, and then you're back on the road. During that time, someone could easily you could run off the road, you could run into the median, you could run into oncoming traffic. So many different factors could happen when you are off looking at your phone for 5 seconds. So when speaking to Miss Leanne Ward's mother, she said that the guy was going so fast while texting that it knocked her into the tree. The legislators need to pass a law outlawing the use of any kind of technology equipment while someone is driving. Mississippi is certainly on the tail end and probably has some of the weaker laws for the states that have enacted this legislation. As of right now, it's illegal for 15 and 16-year-olds to text while drive, but anyone over that, it's illegal to text and drive. And that's really the only law in the books. Everyone pretty much knows it's dangerous, says attorney Rocky Wilkins. It's just a matter of, are the key people in the legislature going to take the ball and run with it to stop the problem? During the 2013 legislation, 12 bills have failed that would have strengthened Mississippi's legislation on texting and driving. This year, there's a legislation being considered that's getting support from both sides of the table. Representative Robert Johnson III chairs the Transportation Committee. He says that he thinks it's worse than drunk driving, and he thinks that more accidents than DUI or any kind of other impairment happen due to texting and driving. For years, Representative Johnson has fought for stricter texting and driving laws, but his efforts so far have gone nowhere. When talking to Ms. Bobby Ward, she says, once you've lost somebody and the driver has been distracted for whatever reason, I think people will have a lot longer feelings than they do. Because most of us don't realize, oh, I'm just sending a text message to my friend real quick, it's not going to have any impact on me or anybody else because we are generally a selfish society. So she's saying once we've lost someone, it becomes more apparent to us that texting and driving is really selfish and it could kill you, someone else, or a complete whole family. In conclusion, with all the statistics being noted, personally I think they speak for themselves. 421,000 people injured and 3,000 of those people being killed just because someone couldn't wait to send a text message for a couple of minutes to pull over. I think it's just selfish. I think legislation should pass a law to make texting and driving for people of all ages in every state. We have such strict consequences for driving under the influence, so I think they could manage a law for texting and driving. Right now, if you get a DUI, you get your license suspended for 120 days, and you have to pay a fine of up to, I think it's like around $150 to $200. I hope this speech made you realize the danger of texting and driving and the amount of lives that have been lost over people texting and driving, and I hope it persuades you not to text and drive. Thank you.